Good morning. It's 8:46 a.m. on the 2nd of January 2025, and I'm on the website chess.com, and now I'm playing somebody from Germany, I think. Belgium. I'm deeply apologetic. Looked very much like the German flag. Let's go ahead and see what I can do here. Leading with the king's pawn. And okay, and let's go ahead and do the old threatening. Let's see what happens next. Okay. Oh, so the Belgian flag reminds me of the German flag. Maybe they changed after the wall came down. Or maybe I'm just stupid. One never knows. Okay, there we go. So we're doing a threat as far as that's concerned. So I'll go ahead and I'm going to take the pawn. There's nothing threatening it. And what does it open up? When it opens up my queen, I can put them in check straight away if I like, which I will do, I think. No, hang on, they're threatening my knight now. So if I move it there, it's gone. 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 Okay, so if I'm going to go ahead and do it. I don't know why I'm going to do it, but I'm going to put them in check anyway. Because they're just going to threaten my queen with that pawn, which means what I've just done is bloody stupid. Yep, it's bloody stupid what I've just done. They're just going to move the pawn from G7 forward one, which is going to threaten my queen, but then I can go ahead and take that with the knight. And then the only thing they can do is take it with the pawn, which means they'll lose the castle. So maybe it is a good move. Again, I have no idea what I'm doing. So let's have a look what they're going to do next. So what can they do? They can... nothing really. They can threaten my queen with a pawn. They can move the king. That's the only thing they can do to block my queen's threat. Okay. Okay. But then what they can do is, once they've done all that, you can go ahead and bring the queen out to cover e4, then take it with the pawn, and then bring the queen down to put me in check. But then I can cover that with my bishop. But let's first look, see what's going on here. When I first started to play chess, I was told you have to kind of think many moves in advance, and I would do that, but then find that if the opponent wasn't to follow the route that I was planning, then I would lose, because as soon as they made a move I wasn't expecting, my entire thousands of moves in advance would be derelict, basically. And so then somebody actually suggested that what I do is I wait to until the opponent's actually moved, and then counter to their moves. Now, really, the only thing they can do is to move the knight, because you have to move the knight, unless they want to lose it. They can move the bishop to cover the knight. Now this is kind of unfair on my, as far as I'm concerned, because I don't like hefting with the queen. Because I know a lot of people who will bring the queen out early and then decimate. Okay, that's clever. Right now, so what now? Interesting. I have no idea. Okay, so if I move my queen's safe where it is at the moment. Okay, because I'm expecting you to take this pawn, I'll cover it, which will also allow me to bring the black bishop out to threaten the knight. Okay, so you're covering the knight with a knight. Then I'll go ahead and, so what you're going to do next, we can't go there. So you're basically just doing a cover, which means I can go ahead and threaten, which means that knight can now not be moved. The knight can't be moved, because then you're going to lose your queen. This bishop can't be moved, because then you're putting yourself in check. This can't really, it can go there if you want it to, for what reason I don't know, because then I've just taken this knight, so that's basically blocked. So you're basically blocked. Okay, so let me think. So if I take the knight, then you'll take the knight, the bishop, then I can take the queen, the knight, and then you take my queen. So what I'll do is I'll just move this down to here. Why I did that, I don't know. Basically, you're locked as far as your piece is concerned. I honestly don't know what I'm doing. Okay. I think I'm going to bring my knight out and put it about here, which means he'll be threatening the king, and then you'll take that, and I'll take that. And let's get that out of the way, but then you can't move that because then you're putting yourself in check. Okay, so that's actually a good move. A good collection of moves, I think. So you can bring the bishop here to threaten my bishop. I take the bishop, and that's a dead move. You can't move the knight because of the queen putting you in check. If you move this knight anywhere, that is going to be taken straight away, and you can't do anything with it because the king will... Can't take the bishop because pin checks, so basically you're locked. Okay, so you're doing that now. So let's go ahead and move this out of the way. Which opens up my king for castling. Okay, queen for queen. But I'm going to put you in check because I'm being daring here, being stupid. And there's nothing you can do about that. Okay, so you can't take that, so... bollocks. No, okay, you can't take that either. So then... Bollocks. Okay, bollocks. I'm just going to take the queen swap. There we go. And then I'll take the... No, I won't take the bishop. Bollocks. If I take the bishop... Okay, let's have a look here. Oh, I know, it's terrible, isn't it? Interesting. Now, if I put this here, I'm threatening your king and also taking your castle. The only thing you can do is move the king. Okay, now the castle is gone. So you can take the pawn with the pawn, and then if I take the pawn, then you can take that with the king. Okay. And so what do I want to do? There we go, I'm going to threaten the king. Don't want to do that though, because that... Okay, now just move it up to there then, because you've got the knight. Pawn and king, so 1, 2, 3. I'm going to move this at 1 and then threaten you with the bishop. I'm just thinking about what I can do with that knight. Okay, so it says ghost time. So I've forgotten what I was going to do. Threaten the pawn, was it? I think so. Why I don't want to do that, I don't know. Oh, no, move the pawn up 1, and then I can move this to threaten the king. There we go. Well, I could move this to threaten the king anyway, couldn't I? But I'm protecting this square from 1, 2, 3. I don't know. Okay. I haven't even moved my castles yet, so I think castling would be a good idea at some point. So I think depending what they do next. So if I move there, it's gone. If I move there... So that, oh no, it's gone. Okay. That's gone. Okay. This is a nice game, I like it. So I'm playing somebody from Belgium. Okay, so now you're threatening my bishop. Okay. Bollocks. Okay, what can I do now? I can threaten the king. There we go. So you can't take my bishop. And depending what they do next, if they move here, nothing, I don't think. Yes, I can move this forward. There we go. They can't take that, they can't take that. Okay, now, can I castle? Yes, I will. No, yes, bollocks, no. You've taken my bishop, I've taken your, take my bishop with your knight, I'll take your knight with my pawn. It's a bittersweet move, but still, your king is way into my business. And I still have 5 pawns I've got to get rid of because in case I get the queen back. Okay, so the only thing you can do is steal my... If you wanted to anyway. Try and steal my bishop. If you do that, you lose it with the pawn. King can't take that pawn because it's covered by the bishop. Can't take that pawn because it's covered by that pawn. Can't take that pawn because it's covered by the castle. So basically, as far as attacking is concerned, I can't can move there. If it wanted to, I don't know why it would want to. Maybe threatening this pawn. Can't move there because of the castle, so that's the only thing the king can do. This knight, if it moves there, it's gone by my pawn. Okay, what else can we do? What can they do? Sorry. I mean, the most logical move is to do a bishop for knight swap. And if they don't, then I'll just move the bishop up here to steal this pawn. And then probably move up here to steal that pawn and then that pawn. Oh, that pawn's covered by the knight, but also that's covered by the knight as well. So let's have a look what you're going to do then, mate. Basically, they've got to keep these 5 pawns where they are now because they're all covering each other. And basically, able to keep the castle here at the same time because as soon as I move the castle, that pawn's gone now, but it's also covered by the bishop. Okay, there you go. Okay. Okay, well, they are 586 and I'm 458. So according to what I'm working out, the higher the number they more experience they have or something. So I'm doing pretty well. I've had my Weetabix, I think that's what it is. There we go. Trade for trade. Okay. So I can bring my knight out here, and then that'll put you in check. That's probably what I'm going to do next, depending on what your what their action is going to be. So what can they do? Okay, there we go. So you're going to put that, you're going to put me in check. I'm going to take it with a pawn. You're going to go there. I can take it with a castle. If I take it with a castle, it's covered by those two. Okay, so if I move this here, it's not threatened by anyone. Okay, so you take that, it's gone with the pawn. Take that, it's gone with the castle. You can't take it with the king because it's covered by the bishop. Go there, it's taken by the pawn. Go there. You're not really threatening anything. So that's not really a... Go there, it's taken with the pawn. So it's not really much of a move. Unless I'm not seeing something. Okay, so now you're covering it with two pieces, but now I've just put you in check. You can't move there. You can move there. You can't move there. You can move there. No, yes you can't. No, you can't move there. So okay, let's have a look. You can't move there. Okay, there we go. And then what? Up to here. Okay, there we go. And then that's almost checkmate, must be. The only thing you can do is move there. And when I do that, then I can move this here, which will threaten that pawn. See what happens. This is getting close. Okay, so then if I move there, you can't take the... Okay, there we go. So I'll do that. I'll put you in check. There we go. Checkmate. Wow, my goodness. I don't know how I did that. So thank you, person from Belgium. A wonderful game. Very close. And again, I don't know how I did it. But what do they call those people that can draw paintings of the world just by taking a savant, I think they call it. Maybe I'm a savant without even knowing it. You never know. Anyway, Happy New Year.